Kay Ma'am, kay Representative Lala de Lima po. Alam po ng lahat yung pinagdaanan ninyo under Duterte administration. Sa bilang isa sa mga first prosecutor po, masasabi po ba na payback na ninyo ito sa mga Duterte?
Hindi po. I've been doing my job as a member of this House fairly and without any ill will against anyone. Hindi ko po style yan. Hindi po ako yung nag-exhibit ng vendetta. Ang para sa akin lang po, nakatingin lang po ako lagi sa prinsipyo ng katotohanan at pananagutan. Truth, also justice, and accountability.
Salamat po, ma'am. Kay Congressman Flores po, pasensya na po ha. Sir, tiwala po ba kayo na madidiin ninyo ang si BP Sara sa base sa mga ebidensya ng ilalatag ng prosecutor?
If you base it on what was presented by sa Committee on Justice, yes, I think so. Because wala namang ebidensya to the contrary ang binigay. Diba? That's what we were waiting for. That's what we were hoping for that she would do. Pero wala eh. That's why it would be very difficult not to say that we have enough to proceed with our case.
No, pwede po ba kayo magbigay ng kahit na isa sa mga possibly na madidiin ninyo si BP Sara based doon sa ebidensya?
Well, if you look at all the articles po, lahat po ng ebidensya na nag-gather namin is favorable to the articles of impeachment. Kasi nga, as I said, binigyan siya ng opportunity to present her evidence but she did not appear. So yun ang problema po doon.
Excited na po ba kayo sakaling magkita kayo ni BP Sara?
Well,
Matanong niyo siya?
I guess none of us are like excited just to see her, but we're all willing to perform our constitutional duties. Yan lang po.
Last po para po sa lahat. Hindi po ba kayo na nababahala na baka po mag-reflect sa susunod na eleksyon ng pagiging prosecutor ninyo ng impeachment trial, impeachment court?
Hindi po kami nababahala. We are fulfilling our constitutional duty as House prosecutors, as congressmen, as representatives of our constituents. And lahat po kami ay nandito para lang ipakita ang ebidensya laban sa Vice Presidente na nakita naming may pagkakasala. Kaya nga po, naglabas po tayo ng articles of impeachment. Hindi po kami natatakot sa susunod na eleksyon dahil naniniwala po kami na makikita ng taong bayan ang ebidensya, and we believe that the senators themselves will see the evidence, and it is now incumbent upon the senators to fulfill their constitutional duties as well.
To Prosec Lord Ansuan, sir, Prosec, you're one of the new faces of the prosecution panel. Paano po kayo nag-prepare? Paano niyo po pinaghandaan yung decision ninyo? Given yung mas tanong na rin ng aking co-reporters, the political climate and atmosphere of this topic has been highly tensioned. But you are from Mindanao and you decided to be a prosecutor. How did you prepare for this decision, sir?
Yes, I am a Mindanaoan from Cagayan de Oro, and my being a Mindanaoan is precisely the reason why I take this duty very seriously. Because we're not just talking about the people's money, we're also talking about the taxpayers that Mindanaoans are paying. And I believe that no region, whether it is Luzon, Visayas, or Mindanao, no family, no official should be elevated above the Constitution or even above the investigations of the COA. And we are not here to go against or to move against or for any person. We are here for the process. And if nothing wrong was done, then the process itself will show it. And I think that's what we owe to every Filipino, including Mindanaoans.
Follow up po. Thank you. As Prosec Lawrence Defensor said, malaking kalaban ninyo yung fake news. Sa social media ngayon, ang pinaiikot na naratibo ng ilang mga trolls ay parang pulo-pulo yung nagiging laban, na parang Mindanaoan does take a stand behind BP Sara Duterte and as if yung laban is not about accountability but versusan ng mga pulo. As a Mindanaoan, sir, would you like to debunk that na yung narrative na pinaiikot na paggaling sa Mindanao, automatic anti-impeachment?
Kaya nga yung pinakamalaking kalaban natin dito sa buong impeachment process ay yung fake news talaga. Because we are talking about accountability here, and accountability does not respect regional bias. So, dapat yung totoo ang manaig, and hopefully everyone can come together and decide whether what we are sharing is really news or fake news. Yung pinakauna dyan, check natin yung source ng sinishare natin, kung troll account ba yan, or kung totoong media outlet. So, I think we should go back to the concern of the prosecutors that one of our biggest enemies here is fake news.
Ma'am, I have 3 questions po, ma'am. Ma'am, I talked to two people, one from Mindanao and one from Luzon. And they said na they hated the impeachment process of the Vice President. Ayaw nila na, hindi nila boses yung nangyari sa impeachment trial. Some of the Filipinos that voted for you don't agree with what's happening with the impeachment trial. What's your thought po na hindi lahat ng mga bumoto sa inyo or lahat ng constituents ninyo ay pabor sa impeachment trial? And again, 32 million voted for the Vice President. Are you scared of a pushback from the 32 million who supported the Vice President? Notwithstanding na yung mga sinasabi ng ng voting doon sa House ay maraming Mindanaoan daw ang bumoto, which is equivalent daw doon sa population ng bumoto sa kanila. But that is not the case. Kasi some of the people I've talked to, they said hindi nila gusto yung nangyayari ngayon sa impeachment.
Alam mo kasi what you should remember, this is a constitutional duty. By duty, this is not our choice. This is obligatory on our part to push for this proceeding, no? This is not a question of gusto ba namin o ayaw namin. No. This is a duty and therefore we have no choice but to push forward.
If I may add,
Una ka, ma'am.
thank you. This duty is bigger than all of us. This duty is enshrined and mandated by no less than the Constitution and actually imposed by the Filipino people. So this is bigger than any one of us, and this is bigger and far more primordial than any personal or political concerns.
Kung may taga Iloilo na hindi pabor sa impeachment at hindi pabor na naging prosecutor ako sa impeachment na ito, paglilingkuran ko pa rin sila habang congressman nila ako, magkasundo man kami o hindi sa impeachment na ito.
Next question na lang po. Kasi right now po, so far po yung mga observations po ng ilan sa ating mga kababayan sa social media is kayo daw po, or most of the congressmen who who voted for the impeachment ay naka-receive daw po ng maleta, ng pera, or naka-receive daw po ng 20 million, or any amount, notwithstanding. These are the people that na sinasabi din yun po na some of them are trolls. Pero of course, hindi naman lahat sila, yun ang paniwala nila. Yun ang paniniwala nila. How can you combat yung ganitong paniniwala na hindi nyo sinisiraan yung kanilang political or political thinking na hindi kami nagkakatanggap ng ganitong pera, pero hindi kami nakatanggap ng ganitong pera. We did this because we believe in the case.
Una sa lahat, tingin ko hindi na dapat i-dignify yung question kasi it's basically an accusation without basis. Di ba, Red? So, kung may maleta, nasan yung maleta? Kung mayroong 20 million, nasan yung 20 million? So, I don't think that that deserves an actual comment from the panel of prosecutors today.
And my last question na lang po. Ano pong end all and be all po nito? I mean, people, sinasabi na nga, iba, dapat talunin na lang si Vice President Sara Duterte sa election. I mean, yun nga, dapat talunin na lang siya sa election kasi ang end all and be all nito is removal from office. She announced her role, or she announced that she will run in 2028 elections, in the 2028 elections. Marami ang nagsasabi na pag nawala si Vice President Sara, a more friendlier Vice President would be appointed. So ano po ang end all and be all nitong impeachment
And
trial
all
na ito?
and be all of this impeachment process is accountability. We owe it to our people. We owe our being elected to our people. We have to show them that we follow the Constitution, that sila ang pinagsisilbihan natin at hindi tayo gumagawa ng pagtataksil sa bayan. So accountability po ang end all and be all nito.
One last follow-up. Pag ang constituent ninyo nagtanong na iboboto namin si VP Sara sa election, what are you going to do?
Parang si Boy Abunda.
This is what democratic country is all about. We're free to choose our leaders. But please understand, the 11 prosecutors, we are simply responding to a constitutional duty. As a matter of fact, with all due respect to our constituents, this is not a question of natutuwa ba sila o hindi. Gusto ba nila o hindi. This is a duty which we really have to face.